Mega Man 2 feels like an extension, a continuation of Mega Man 1 in almost every possible way. It's longer, has more boss variety, and, importantly, is better. If you've seen my review of Mega Man 1, you'll know that I loved it. Any game that improves on greatness is going to be special, and Mega Man 2 really is. It more or less follows the exact same formula, meaning that we're reacquainted with the highs and lows of the original. One minor complaint that I had with Mega Man 1 existed in 2 as well. The final section isn't quite as enjoyable as the beginning. I can't exactly put my finger on why, but I feel like both Mega Man 1 and 2 somewhat lose their identity once you've gotten past the initial individual stages. What comes next seems to be a little bit random, a departure from the concise and structured style that's presented in the first half. That's only a minor complaint though, and it doesn't stop Mega Man 2 from being outstanding. The music again is fucking fantastic. Each stage is genuinely unique. Every time you complete one, it cultivates an insatiable desire to keep going, to beat more bosses, to get more weapons, to kick more ass. Just like with the first game, the order you tackle the stages in is important, and figuring out the best way to do it makes the game pretty tactical. With an increased number of bosses, it's also more challenging to do it. If in doubt though, just go with the Metal Blade weapon. It fucks people up. Overall, the weapons are still balanced really well, encouraging you to use them all. When to use them and who to use them on, as I've discussed, is a challenge for the gamer. But expanding all facets of the game while maintaining its charm and quality must have been a really difficult challenge for the developers. And they did more than maintain it. They managed to improve it. They created more bosses, they created more weapons, they took a risk being so adventurous, and they absolutely nailed it. To improve on a genuinely great game in every way, to make its sequel so good, is a task that has evaded some of the greatest ever developers. So many games, especially modern ones, have sequels that feel so unnecessary. They just feel like more of the same, and they're usually not as enjoyable as a result. I'd actually heard from a lot of people that Mega Man 2 was the best Mega Man game, even better than 1 and 3. When I played Mega Man 1, I was really skeptical. I couldn't see how that was possible. I thought a sequel was a bit unnecessary, and I didn't really see how it could be improved. But Mega Man 2 doesn't just feel like a necessary sequel, it feels like a mandatory one, and a mandatory game for anyone who enjoys platformers. Even if it isn't your favourite genre, I can't see how you wouldn't like playing it. It's just so fucking good. On top of that, it's another excuse for anyone who's become exhausted by the modern games industry to go back and enjoy an era that has, to be honest, never been bettered. There is zero bullshit in Mega Man 2, zero bloatedness, zero controversy, zero fucking loot boxes. It's really challenging. That's my way of saying it's hard as balls, but the challenge is one that I'll always welcome with open arms. Mega Man 2 is a fantastic game. It's deservedly iconic and should be on every gamer's bucket list.